German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock arrived in the Ukraine capital for an unannounced visit on Tuesday. According to Associated Press, the outgoing minister said at the start of her visit in Kiev on Tuesday morning that she wanted to show support to Ukraine as the feasibility of a partial ceasefire with Russia was cast into doubt. She praised the resilience and resistance of the Ukrainian people. Previously, Baerbock was in Poland, where she took the train to Ukraine. She was greeted by her Ukrainian counterpart Andriy Sybiha upon arrival. Russia has effectively rejected a U.S. proposal for a full and immediate 30-day halt in the fighting. U.S. President Donald Trump expressed frustration with the two countries' leaders as he tries to bring about a truce.
Thank you. But we go over there. Yeah.
Tak, słucham.
Happy to see you. Welcome. You get How was your trip? So please.
Ukrainian military boats have been patrolling the Black Sea coastline off the Odessa region looking for Shahid drones and other targets. According to Associated Press, every night, Ukrainian servicemen of the military naval forces are on duty because of the alarm caused by Shahid drones attacks from the Black Sea. The Shahid drones are flying as they did before, and they still fly. One day they are flying towards us, another day to another place. Other times they may circle in the sky for an hour and a half or two, then fly in some direction, said a machine gunner of the Ukrainian military naval force, IR. There have been many more Shahid drone attacks than there were in previous years, IR said. If something doesn't reach where they're flying, they don't just fly somewhere for no reason. If we manage to shoot something down, it means they'll do less damage or fewer people will die as a result of these attacks, IR said. On Thursday, the U.S. Trump administration, Ukraine and Russia agreed to a limited ceasefire in which the key details, including what was covered and how it will start, were disputed by the warring sides, indicating the road to a complete truce will be long and mired with contention. The negotiations focused on easing Black Sea shipping and halting long-range strikes on energy infrastructure, relatively low-hanging fruit that both sides had experience in negotiating before the U.S. brokered indirect talks. When they say there is a ceasefire, nothing changes for us. If an alarm sounds, if we are ordered to urgently move away from the berths, we do it. That is, standing in one place is very dangerous, IR said. The Ukrainian Air Force reported that Russia fired 111 exploding drones and decoys in the latest wave of attacks overnight into Sunday. It said 65 of them were intercepted and another 35 were lost, likely having been electronically jammed.
Шахеди як летали, так і летять. Ну, один день там до нас, інший там в іншій місці. Там іншого разу вони там 1,5-2 години можуть кружляти і потім в якомусь напрямку летіти. Коли кажуть, там, ось там перемир'я, для нас нічого не міняється. Якщо звучить сигнал тривоги, якщо кажуть, там, екстрено відійти від причалів, то ми це робимо. Тобто стояти на одному місці – це дуже небезпечно. Якщо щось не долітає туди, куди вони летять, вони ж не просто так летять. Якщо щось збили, значить менше завдадуть шкоди або менше людей загине внаслідок всіх приходив.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday indicated he is considering running for a third term in office. So many people are saying, "You've got to run again." They love the job we're doing. Most importantly, they love the job we do, Trump said in comments to reporters on Air Force One en route from Florida to Washington. Still, Trump added, "I don't want to talk about a third term now because no matter how you look at it, we've got a long time to go." According to Associated Press, the 22nd Amendment, added to the Constitution in 1951 after President Franklin D. Roosevelt was elected 4 times in a row, says no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Any attempt to remain in office would be legally suspect, and it is unclear how seriously Trump might pursue the idea. Trump also voiced anger at Russian President Vladimir Putin for comments he made about Ukraine and its President Volodymyr Zelensky. Trump was referencing comments Putin made that he considers Zelensky not credible. He's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or whether you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that, Trump said. Putin repeated his claim that Zelensky, whose term expired last year, lacks the legitimacy to sign a peace deal. Nonetheless, Trump reiterated that he and Putin have a very good relationship, and shifted some of his criticism to Zelensky. He's trying to back out of the rare earth deal, Trump said, referring to an agreement that would provide the U.S. with access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals. If he does that, he's got some problems. Big problems. We made a deal on rare earth. And now he's saying, well, you know, I want to renegotiate the deal, Trump said. He wants to be a member of NATO. He was never going to be a member of NATO. He understands that. The U.S. has been pushing for a comprehensive ceasefire deal between Russia and Ukraine to peacefully end their 3-year-old war.
I don't want to talk about a third term now because no matter how you look at it, we got a long time to go. We have a long time. You know, we have almost 4 years to go. And that's a long time. But despite that, so many people are saying, you've got to run again. They love the job we're doing. Most importantly, they love the job we're doing.
So you said you were upset with the
I think he'll be okay. But if he isn't, I was disappointed in a certain way. Some of the things that were said over the last day or two having to do with Zelensky, because when he considers Zelensky not credible, he's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that. But I think he's going to be good. And I think Zelensky, by the way, I see he's trying to back out of the rare earth deal. And if he does that, he's got some problems, big problems. We made a deal on rare earth, and now he's saying, well, you know, I want to renegotiate the deal. He wants to be a member of NATO. Well, he was never going to be a member of NATO. He understands that. So if he's looking to renegotiate the deal, he's got big problems. Go ahead. We're going to make a decision on secondary tariffs on Iran based on whether or not they're going to make a deal. If they're going to make a deal, then we're never going to put secondary tariffs on. We're going to hope that they have a great, long, and successful life as a country. But we'll see what happens. It's very interesting. I can't imagine them doing anything else but making a deal. I would prefer a deal to the other alternative, which I think everybody in this plane knows what that is. And that's not going to be pretty, and I do not prefer that.
So, with Russia,
the tariffs will be far more generous than those countries were to us, meaning they will be kinder than those countries were to the United States of America over the decades. They ripped us off like no country's ever been ripped off in history. And we're going to be much nicer than they were to us, but it's substantial money for the